And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to our second broadcast of the night. We were just live earlier. Oh, there we go. We were just live earlier with ESL Open Cup Asia, and now we have returned with ESL Open Cup Europa, the second broadcast of 2024. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to something, again, a little bit special. We usually don't broadcast the European weeklies, but today is a little bit different, a little bit special, just because there is a little bit less coverage going on for the event. So we're here to bring you as much of the tournament as we can. And here we go, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Golden Aura, we have the cat. I'm shaking my head. Oh, as we might be experiencing... There's some frame drops going on. Hopefully everything's okay. Everything is looking okay on my end. Oh yeah. Looks like one of the players might be experiencing some latency. But in the bottom right hand corner, okay, we're good. Maybe. In the bottom right hand corner, we have the blue Terran player representing the Platinum Heroes from the land of the UK. Usually he's Zerg, and usually even more he's Protoss, but here he is as Terran. It is Eva. Shaking my head. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Polish Protoss. The purple Protoss representing Team GDA. It is Kildren. Oh boy, so I'm not too familiar with Kildren. I'm familiar with the team. Team GDA, of course, is quite an active semi-pro amateur team with plenty of players, plenty of representation. Not too familiar with Kildren though, so I'm ready to be familiarized, as Eba is, of course, playing his main race. I'm shaking my head. We have seen quite a lot of Eba's Protoss on stream recently, as Eva has been off racing quite a lot when it comes to his personal streams. Terran, I'm a little bit less familiar. I have casted Eva play Terran against Azura before. I believe I've seen Eva defeat Azura with Terran, which was quite impressive. So we'll see what Eva can whip out here. I'm unfamiliar with the MMR of Eva's Terran. I'm assuming around 5k-ish, around 5k, maybe a little bit higher than that, maybe like 5.2 to 5.5. I mean, if you can take down Azura, you must be over 5k at that point. So, yeah, I'm excited, I guess. You know, it's fine, Bobby. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Here we go. So chat, like the other casters are doing the weekly too, so if you want to go back to bed, I'll understand. Beds, Pappy, beds. As we're going for a bunker, I was having a look. It looks like we have Steadfast and we have Rotterdam. That's not enough. That's not enough in my book. We need more casters. Shaking my head. Yeah, we're going for a bunker here as a part of the wall, question mark. I don't think I've seen this before, as we have Cyclone production behind this. We have the first Reaper dipping in the main base. 1 probe, 2 probes already going to be going down. Good pickups here from Eva. As Reaper is going to be falling, and we do not make it to the bunker. This bunker was a little bit wasteful. Yeah, we're gonna we finish it and then we salvage. Let's go. The salvage has completed. The Reaper has gone down. Behind this, we are going to be getting into some Cyclone production. Eba did end up checking and scouting that gold base location just to make sure that everything was on the up and up. And yeah, Kildren just getting into his own opener. We have our tech of choice. It is going to be a gate expand into a Twilight Council, looking to be a blink based opener. The other thing to bear in mind as well, we do have 2 gateways now on the way. This could be 2 gates into a 3rd base, or we could double down with additional gateways. I'm curious how Kildren will approach this. I'm going to be curious. Behind this, Eva working towards a drop. Marines as well as Cyclones are amassing as we speak. Oh, tank is on the way. Oh, very early tank production actually. So Eva looking to hit the field very soon. We're going to get across the map as quickly as possible. Again, there is a bit of a gap when it comes to their overall rankings. So, Eba may be feeling a little bit overconfident, but will that be his downfall? Can Kildren take advantage of Eba, as Kildren is going for an economic opener? It is looking like a 2-gate blink into a 3rd base. I mean, this is a build. Outside of the safety shield battery, which will delay things a little bit, we do have plenty of plenty of units to work with, and we should be looking for that expansion. Meanwhile, the drop is upon us. It is going to be a singular Cyclone drop. We're not going to be moving out with the tank. We have 1 tank on low ground, 1 tank on the high ground. This is looking to be a setup for a 2-base all-in. We're building up tanks very early on, and Again, there's not much reason to do so without purpose. As the job does dive into the main base. Boosting on forward, cycling his job. We're going to get a couple of probe kills. 1, 2, 3 already going to be going down. The Stalker's going to be responding. Blink still is not quite done yet, so Eba should be able to escape without losing too much. Does take some hull damage, but will manage to escape into the space, into the dead zone. Eba? Oh, okay. Worried for a moment there for a miss rally, but we do end up hiding here in the top left-hand corner of the map. Behind this, we have Eba pushing. We mentioned before it looked like a 2-base all-in, and it is going to be a 2-base all-in as we are going to be committing. We are moving out across the map. Meanwhile, a big shout out for Jimmy Papi. Oh my god. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Are you competing in today's tournament, by the way? I hope you are. If you are, wish you the best. If not, how are you doing? It's for Jimmy. As the Stalkers, they have arrived. They're going to be chipping away at that Liberator. The boys have arrived as well. The tanks are pushing on forward, looking to lay siege upon the bases here of Kildren. Tanks are sieging within range of at least a third base. Stalkers doing what they can as well, but they take so many tank shots to the face. Ay, ay, ay. And there is that cancel on the Nexus. Eba slowly leapfrogging forward. We have the boys here to repair. We have bunkers on the way. The scan does reveal that Observer does shut it down. And Eba is just pushing ever closer towards the natural base of Kildren. Bearing in mind, behind this Kildren, he's only got 2 gateways. Only 2 gates of production. 3rd and 4th gate on the way. Robo is done, but we're shutting down the production. We're pushing even closer towards that natural, and Kildren just can't do anything about this. It's just becoming too much. Another bunker on the way. Again, just leapfrogging forward with those bunkers. Liberation zones, they have arrived. We have freedom. The freedom is here. And the tanks getting ever closer within range of that Nexus. And again, Kildren just cannot engage with this. Even if we pull the boys, even if we pull the probes, it may not be enough. GG gets pulled, and Eba will take game number 1. Yeah, shaking my head. We'll take the first game, and again, a big shout out for Jimmy, of course, a lovely Protoss streamer, Protoss gamer, and I'm actually just gonna double check here. Are we on the bracket? Este for Jimmy. I don't see you on the bracket, Papi. I don't see you on the bracket, but I could be blind. Shaking my head. Regardless, hope you had a great Christmas and a great New Year's as well. Likewise, everyone, welcome to ESL Open Cup Europe. This is a weekly European broadcast here from ESL. This is our second broadcast of the day. We did already cover the Asia Open Cup a couple of hours ago, and now we are back with Europe. I'm not entirely certain if we're going to be casting the entire thing, just because it's already getting quite late here, so I'm good to put in a couple of hours, but I may have to bow out in a bit to get some rest to get ready for the NA broadcast, which is in around 7 or so hours from now. Sleep would be nice at some point. Sleep would be nice. Would be nice. But we are getting into this, and again, Eba does take a lead in this series. Again, a solid 2-base all-in from Eba as well. Unfortunately, Kildren wasn't able to really confirm what was happening. Talking a little bit about the game itself, Kildren, when it came to the openers, when it came to the build, I mean, it was quite economic, but also lacking scouting information. We were in the dark as to what Eba was up to. We weren't able to see the build or even the move out from Eba, and as a result, Kildren was woefully underprepared. But now we're getting into game number 2. Catching up with the chat. GLA Chef gonna go to dinner. Ah, I see. Get some food. Papi, get some food. E-Weekly is always the biggest bracket anyway, so they'll play of games. Yeah, sure, kind of. Yeah. It's pretty comparable to the NA bracket. Tiers are pretty comparable. I think ESL Open Cup NA is still my favorite, just because it brings together all 3 regions. You get American players, you get Korean players that wake up, and you have European players that stay up as well. So you kind of get the best of, I was going to say the best of both worlds. You get the best of all 3 worlds. with that. This is a little bit more European centric. I did notice a couple of players from outside of the region that have sprinkled throughout the bracket, and I do look forward to seeing how well they can perform. But for now, we're getting into this, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Equilibrium, we have the Polish Protoss player, the purple Protoss, representing GDA team. It is Kildren. We're at Hannibal. And spawning in the top right, but also proxying across the map, we have the blue Terran player playing his main race, of course, from the land of the UK. It is EVA. EVA. Ay. As we have opted to proxy that Rax. This is looking like a proxy Rax to float into the main base. We have options. We can either proxy Reaper or we can proxy Marauder within the base of Kildren, as there is a lot of room to work with here. Not something that we haven't seen before. We do see Kildren going to be scouting around the map. He is aware that, of course, the Rax is missing. The Rax is nowhere to be found, and we do not go for the lift. Just straight up proxy Reaper here. Only a single Rax as well, which means EVA should be transitioning. No! As it looks like we do have a little bit of latency here. I mentioned before that... oh good. There was some latency at the start of game 1. And hopefully everything is okay. And okay, looks like... yeah, it's fine, Poppy. It's fine. Fair enough. As we are settling into this. But again, only a singular. Never mind. I assumed it was a singular proxy Rax. The probe is coming in for a scout, and we do get eyes on the factory. It's going to be what looks to be a proxy 111. There we go. The Rax is going to be rotating over for an add-on swap, but the probe does get eyes on this. We'll confirm. We'll see everything. Meanwhile, in the main base, the first Reaper has arrived. We're going to be dancing with the probes. Getting one probe already. Looking for another, and it looks like we... Ooh, we'll get a second probe. Meanwhile, we have shut down this proxy as well. The factory will not finish. Not yet. We do need another SCV to come on over. Reaper has arrived. Going to be shutting this down. Do we send that to another SCV? It looks like we are. And we are going for double factory production. It looks like... okay, there are a couple of different variations. This could be Mass Cyclone. This could also be a Hellbat All-In, which has risen in popularity in TvP. We have seen it on some of these other maps, especially maps like Oceanborn. We've seen it on Alcyone. Players like Oliveira, players like Beyond, they have played around with this. And we'll see which one we do go for. As the factory is going to be back in production. And it is going to be Cyclones. Okay. Cyclone production. Should be seeing 3 Cyclones at a time with an add-on swap, and there we go. And again, EVA, he's brave, we're committed, despite being sounded. And we'll see if Kildren is aware of the response here. Do you have a Robo follow-up? I do really appreciate this. Again, Robo openers in general are very safe in PvT. With this, we get access to faster Immortals and even a War Prism to juggle and reinforce and help micro as well. But the Reaper does slip into the main base. And we do get a full scout off. We do get eyes on the Robo. We are aware of what's going on. Shield battery is on the way. Kildren is preparing quite nicely, and because of the delayed factory, that does mean that the Cyclone production is quite heavily delayed as well. We're getting into a third factory. I was gonna say a third Cyclone. More than 3 Cyclones, but Cyclones are amassing. We catch a Stalker. Stalker goes down. We're looking to take control of the low ground as well. We get on top of that shield battery, and we do take a couple of hits. We will back off. Immortal production is commencing. Kildren, can he hold on? I mean, so far he is holding on to his natural for the time being. Additional Immortal production underway. But now we're up to 4 Cyclones, 5 Cyclones, soon to be 7. Yeah, big lock-ons here on the Cybercore. Cybercore taking a lot of hits. Sustaining quite a bit of damage. Shield battery keeping these Stalkers topped up, and we will force this back. We'll force it back for the time being. Widowmine's on the way. That I was not expecting. I mean, without a Twilight Council, without Blink, these Widowmines, they can achieve quite a lot. Yeah, they dive on the army. They do borrow... Ooh, big mine shots. 2 Stalkers go down. Nice retargeting there from EVA. as he's going to be able to pull back those weakened Widow Mines. Gateways are finishing up. Kildren looking to stabilize, trying to settle into this. But EVA, we're just still amassing more Cyclones, tanks, Widow Mines, just a bit of everything. We even have the armory on the way, so the detection will be required to deal with these Widow Mines. The mines are going to be able to borrow it for a second time. Uh oh. Gee, oh my god. Be careful, Bobby, be careful. There it is. Detection has arrived. We do focus down at that cyber core. Good target firing on one of those Widow Mines, on the second as well. Oof. I was waiting for the scan. I was waiting for the scan from EVA to shut down the observer. There it is. Scan is thrown down. And I'm going to be concerned when the tank arrives. The tank is still in the way. We do have a second Immortal. Again, quite a lot of DPS is going to be available. Even forcing stuff really far, but we dive on top of the Immortals. The first one goes down. The second as well. There are just too many Cyclones. The overcharge is not going to be enough. GG does get called, and EVA will be taking the series 2-0. Advancing on to the next round. GG. GG, well played. EVA will take it 2-0 here. Solid performance from EVA. EVA just messaged me. I'm sorry. The mass Cyclones. Animal, Bobby. Animal. GG. Congratulations to EVA. Does take it in the end. My condolences to Kildren, but again, I do hope that he enjoyed the experience overall. You know, it's one of these things where these events are open to all players from all shapes, from all sizes. Doesn't matter if you're gold, silver, platinum, masters, GM. You can compete in this. You can take part in this, and hey, you gain an opportunity to play against some pro players and be a part of the community as well. So I always do champion when more amateur players do sign up for these events, and do wish Kildren the best when it comes to their rate of improvement over time and over the course of the year. Meanwhile, we can take a moment here to have a look at the brackets. The bracket is soon to be upon us, and we got some catching up to do. Let's go. We do have some catching up to do.